IT departments today are typically geographically dispersed. Many have large scale-out environments. Some of the data centers are on-premise, some are on-cloud. Data today resides in silos. Each application can only access the data in its silos, be it a SAN, a NAS, an object store, or a cloud infrastructure. More and more businesses today require consistent low-latency access to all their data, wherever it may be. They want to be able to move and scale their application with ease. For that, they need a system that can provide consistent high performance, which is predictable, no matter where the data resides and no matter what scale. And this contradicts the way IT organizations are deployed today. We designed the Elastifile cloud file system to specifically solve these problems while providing high performance, low latency, consistent, reliable performance to any workload in any environment at any scale. In other words, we designed Elastifile to be the perfect data lake for the organization's hybrid cloud solution. Those goals in mind led to some very interesting architectural choices. So the first choice was to make Elastifiles to be hardware agnostic and software only. Being software only and hardware agnostic allows Elastifile to cope with different types of environments with ease. It enables us to target and utilize new devices as they come to market, and enable us to run in different kinds of scenarios and workloads in different kinds of environments. The second architectural choice was to be server and device aware. This allows us to be able to query the system of the storage, hardware, server and devices, and be able to utilize them to the best way, to distribute the load between them in order to achieve high performance in a consistent and reliable manner, while at the other hand be able to utilize new devices with new characteristics and new performance or reliability mechanisms which perform better or are more reliable as they come to market instead of waiting for the next big hardware release. We can simply do a software upgrade and then utilize the new hardware and utilize it to its best effect. The same mechanism allows us to bring to market new technologies in a very fast way and to utilize them in the best way possible, both in terms of reliability and in terms of performance. The third architectural choice was to be aware of network topology and failure domains. ECFS was specifically designed to be aware of rack and server locations and the network topology. After a short migration period, Elastifile will always serve the data from its closest location. Even after migrating or scaling the application to a different location, Elastifile will also be able to migrate the data and scale that as well, and provide the same consistent performance and reliability that you had in the previous location. All the data will also survive a full failure domain fault, be it a server, a rack, or even an entire site. The fourth thing I want to talk about is failure and hiccup handling. A scale-out heterogeneous environment with a complex networking topology have many faults and differences in behaviors. ECFS applies many smart mechanisms in order to provide consistent, high performance while overcoming these challenges. For device and node failures, we provide a replication mechanism. This allows us to provide the same performance before, during, and after the failure, and we are able to rebuild the data in the background without affecting performance. In order to support network and disk glitches, and also difference in performance between devices and servers, ECFS utilizes a system we call read and write choosing, which allows us to dynamically decide where we want to place the data. If we decide, for instance, that a device is too slow, we can choose to write the data elsewhere. If we decide that, for instance, a device is very fast, we can put more data on it or more performance on it. And even if we decide to put our data on a certain device, and during the I/O we find out that we have high latency, then we can choose to relocate the data elsewhere and serve the data from there. Elastifile is also able to revert its decision while it understands that it gets a high latency for one of its targets. Utilizing those mechanisms, we are able to provide consistent high performance in a highly noisy environment. While other solutions can also scale well and handle failures, Elastifile is uniquely positioned in that it can both handle these failures, provide consistent high performance, but also do it in a myriad of hardware configurations. This in turn allows the IT admin to stop worrying about where the data is located, which servers, which networks, and managing those and the protocols the systems used. And you can start to think about how to best utilize the data for the organization's demanding needs.